Good evening, good morning, whatever time it is for everyone. For me, it's 20 past 3 in the morning. So yeah, I say it's more. So I'm gonna go with middle of the night, maybe. I don't know. All I know is it's very early in the morning for me. So yeah, hi, Agent Andrews here. As you're probably wondering by the title, this is update on an engine's life. If you are in my Tales of the Clevered Railway Discord server, you already know about this. But for those of you who are not, I've decided to make an announcement now. Why didn't I do it earlier? I've been busy. So yes. Um, in fact, I believe yes. So, an engine's life. It's not cancelled. It will continue in trains. But with all the setbacks I've got, obviously, I don't think an engine's life will start this year. At best, it probably might start next year. The good news is we've found a place to take my laptop to get it repaired and everything. So hopefully I should be back on. So hopefully I should be back on it before the end of this year. That's the plan. An engine's life, in terms of trains, well, I mean, as all I can say for certain is it might be pushed back until next year in terms of trains. Um, Scott Production, hello. So, so, but there is actually some good news. Um, since Timber Thunderbolt does Sodor Fallout on Wattpad, I made my own account on Wattpad, and um, I've started to put an engine's life on there. So yes, an engine's life has debuted to the internet on Wattpad. Um, episode one. So here's how an engine's life works. There's chapter one, which is Sodor's Steam. Then there is chapter two, which is a magical start. No, 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 no. Yeah, that's right. Chapter one is Sodor the beginning. Chapter two is a magical start. Chapter three is a dark path. Chapter four is Tales of the Clever Railway. Um, and chapter five is Engine Escapades. I've already explained in past streams, and don't get cross, okay? Like, I can't be like with all the drama that's been recently going on. I'm not in the mood for anyone having to go at me out of the blue, just like that. Because again, I'm very busy, and it's just a matter of my parents are also busy, so it's just a matter of we've like I don't know when I'm going to be able to upload videos. Like the plan is to hopefully get my laptop sorted as soon as possible. So just please be patient. I my friends on Discord have already been my friends on Discord have already been bugging me about when am I going to get my laptop sorted, and I don't need other people on YouTube doing the same thing. It's hard enough just trying to get it to a place to get it fixed already, without people pestering me about it. Mm, Um, so yeah, and this is the and this and all this with all these delays on getting my laptop sorted is the sole reason. You mean I'm not rushing you. You're trying to rush me by like just no one rush me in terms of uploading videos, okay? Because I don't know when I'll be able to do that. All I'm saying is an engine's life is delayed in trains, and it starts on Wattpad. Episode one. Yep. So, so I'll explain the chapters. So chapter one of an engine's life, which is Sodor the beginning. It's basically about Sodor from when the railroad is built, which is the horse and cart railroad. the horse and cart, all the way until I'd say until Thomas gets his branch line. Chapter 2, A Magical Start, is around the GWR. Look, I know I understand where people are coming from in terms of saying that Lady is a freelance design, but she's more loosely leaning towards the 101 class of the Great Western Railway. So in my headcanon, Lady is a Great Western Rail Great I'll just say GWR for short. Yeah. So Lady is a GWR 101. Same with Molly and Kate, as well as Kim, May, and Fiona. So chapter 2 is chapter 2, A Magical Start, is the life of Lady, Molly, Kate, Kim, May, and Fiona, and how they work at a colliery and they get two new engines. One of them being Thunder, and the other one, I'm not going to spoil the other one because that is a surprise. But what I will say is, you might know him pretty well from Tatmar. Um, and then chapter 3, which is A Dark Path. That revolves around my OC Shade, the class 28, and Lady. And so typically the battle against Lady and Shade in my End of Me music video was slightly hinting at a dark path. Chapter 4, Tales of the Clever Railway, which is what my Discord server is based around. That's going to be the main series of An Engine's Life because it's my OC. It's the backstory of my entire OC fleet. But it mainly revolves around Adam and from when he's built in 1915 all the way until he goes to Sodor. Then An Engine's Life is from after Adam's been saved from scrap into say I don't know, like the present day. Yeah. So basically it goes from the year oh, oh I'd say yeah, that's right. Adam was saved from scrap in 1968. So it goes from 1968 all the way to the present day, which is say 2021 this year. Now about my Thunder OC, technically he doesn't really belong to me, but he kind of does. Like Thunder the Austerity, who you who was you may know Thunder from my Thunder Helps Blossom video. Now I'm gonna go into a little bit of detail about Thunder here. Thunder was created by myself and Lucinda the Austerity Tank Engine. You may know her from Back from the Past of Nick's channel, aka Team Austerity Productions. Yes, you may know her from Back from the Past because yes, don't see why you shouldn't. And obviously her OC has appeared on a few her OC's appeared on a few channels like Shine's channel, Fast Fastest channel, Benedictine Spirits channel, and obviously my channel, as well as her own channel as well, and Nick's. It's appeared on a couple of channels, yes. So Thunder was created by myself and Lucinda, although she thought of the name and everything else for him. I just thought of how he gets his name. So technically Thunder does belong to her, but she kind of gave him to me to like keep. So yeah, Thunder technically was given to me by Lucinda for my fleet. even though he does belong to her, but she kind of gave him to me to like give a backstory to say the least. So yeah, that's what Thunder is. But yes, so Thunder will play a key role in chapter 2 and chapter 4. And maybe chapter 5. Well, not really chapter 5. But yeah, definitely chapter 2, which is yeah. So let's focus on chapter 1. So do the beginning. Yes. So going back to the main reason why this stream exists. So roughly 5 or 6 days ago, I had the script for episode 1 of So Do the Beginning done, and that would be the premiere episode of An Engine's Life in total. But obviously, with all the setbacks, I just didn't really want to wait any longer, because I've seen that some people make their fanfictions on DeviantArt, and then they bring them to life in trains on their YouTube channels. I thought, why not do that myself? So I just took the script from episode 1, and I put it on Wattpad. Episode 1 is called Sodor Steam. So yes, I just thought, yeah. So Sodor Steam, about that. Sodor Steam is basically going from the horse and cart, brushing up to 1965, where Scarlet comes to Sodor and is taken by Neil from Kirkronan to Corvin's Gate. And then it comes like Scarlet is just there, and then Rhaenyra comes. So basically it's like going, because obviously Scarlet and Rhaenyra are still working in present day, whereas due to the Railway Series logic, Clive, Neil, and Matthew who are the Sodor and Maynard Railway engines, those three were scrapped by 1901, whereas Scarlet and Rhaenyra are working in present day. So that's mainly why it's called Sodor's Steam, because two of the engines that would be working on Sodor present day come to Sodor in that episode. Episode 2 of Sodor the Beginning is currently in the works, like currently being written. It's called Covered Cabs, and it will focus on how Scarlet and Rhaenyra get their cabs and how Scarlet will get it. I know that the Railway series delved into how Scarlet got his cab and training wheels. I'm just doing my take on that, which is leaning closely to the Railway series. With a bit of like, say, my own thoughts in what might have been said between Scarlet and Rhaenyra during that time. But obviously, since the Railway series already covered how Scarlet got his cab, it will mainly focus on how Rhaenyra gets his cab, because yes, there's the fan story by Terror55 Stepney on how Rhaenyra got his cab, but it was never covered in the Railway series, so I'm just doing my take. Voice acting, well, yeah. I mean, yes, I will. Obviously, when I start doing it in trains. So yeah, we've got like a couple of voice actors. Like there's obviously there's me voicing my own OC, my OC's dark side, Scarlet and Henry. There's a bunch of other people such as Calvin, aka yeah, a bunch of other people such as the E2 family, Chenko 4, and Benedictine Spirit, as well as Lucinda, who are voice acting. Benedictine Spirit so far is so far he is voicing his own OC in the series. Yes, if you haven't watched the teaser trailer, then I do recommend it. As yeah, it kind of leans towards Engine's Life section. No, Engine's Life. I mean Engine Escapades, because that's chapter 5. Yeah, that revolves. Yeah, but it does hint at some certain details, like there has been a question of why did I include Casper in the trailer? What was his purpose? All I'm gonna say is Casper is well. I mean, if you're in Fast for 16's current server, then you'll know. Then I've well, he said he kindly gave me what's it what's it called headcanon section for me to put snippets of sneak peeks of my headcanon. So I've done that. So yeah, Casper. But I'll explain it here. So Casper is in the trailer because he's a key character due to the B12s in general. Because obviously Alfred, aka 98462, was the first B12 Gordon Henry encountered, and he gave off a really bad first impression of the B12s. Now what Casper has to do, he has the burden of um showing that not all the B12s are like 98462. Hence why he's in the trailer. Um as for what yes, Edward was in the trailer, and as for what was heading towards him, not gonna say. Um Lady and Diesel 10, um obviously is referring to Diesel 10 wanting to scrap Lady, but all I'm gonna say is I have my own thoughts on why Diesel 10 wants to scrap Lady, and all I'm gonna say is their backstory on how that happens will be revealed in A Magical Star. What is there? Diesel and Thomas, just classic Steamy versus Diesel. I wanted to throw in. What else? Oh yes, Braxton chasing. No, yes, Braxton chasing the 7F, which is pushing some fuel tankers. Yeah, now you may remember that 7F from My Radius I'll Ever Be, since he played Varian. Yeah, his actual name is Dan, and as for why he um as for why Dan is a bad guy will be explained in Tales of the Clever Railway when that comes out. Um and I've also made up another decision as well. Once I've got the voice actors for episode 1, which are the narrator, Clive, Nina, Matthew, as well as some driver and fireman. Then I will start, and I've got dependencies. Then I will start work on filming episode 1, because due to all the setbacks, I can't be bothered to push it back even further, so I can then continue building the route which it will be filmed on. So what I will do is I will film the episodes using different routes, and then when it comes to certain locations on my big iOS route is finished, I will refilm the episodes on that route and then repost a version 2 of the episode. So you'll get version 1 with routes by say Wild Wester and Clover's Gate Works. And you'll get version 2, which is on my own personal iOS, which, by the way, is a private route. It will not be released on DreamWorks 3D, or it might. I'm not sure. As at the moment, it's private. So yes, at least you'll have an Ninja's Life out that way. Just it will then be really official when the version 2 of the episodes come out. But it all depends on what I can get done. So as for now, an Ninja's Life is on Wattpad. Um, yeah. So I think um, hmm. I mean, technically, technically that's what Dan was doing, although he was coming the other way. As for and all I will say right now is Dan was not pushing the tankers towards Gordon and Henry. He was in fact pushing it towards two other engines who were at Wellsworth. Who they are, I will not spoil, although it might have been hinted. Who they are, I will not say. Although one of the engines there, I will say, Red is Alpha B gave off a I won't say anything too much about one of the engines who's at Wellsworth. But as for the other engine, who Dan will be pushing the tankers to, let's just say Ridder's Iverby gave off a massive spoiler. A massive spoiler that did. And if people can't like like if people don't know who that engine is, then I'm not then like even if people still don't know who it is, then I'll honestly be surprised because yes I thought this is based IRL because it's based IRL how Dan react. Well, okay, so Molly and Dan in Red as Be. That's based on stuff IRL. I won't go into detail as it's not my place. All I will say is a lot of the stuff is based off real life. Well, most of it is railway series or TV series or just pure fan fiction. So yes, Molly is actually one of those engines who Dan was pushing the tankers towards at Rosworth. As for the second one, I will not say. It's the whole reason as for Braxton chasing him is because let's say Braxton was taken in water, he saw Dan and decided to give chase. And obviously to very clearly stop him. Whether Braxton succeeds in stopping Dan, I will not say. So yeah. Um and who knows, so I'm still getting people for voice actor roles. There are some people that I would like to ask for if their OCs could be included. Like I've yet to ask like there are some people on my mind I would like to ask, such as Shine, Fuzz and Lucinda, Nick, and a couple of people. But I'm just waiting out until the right time because like yeah. Um if any people have been watching my streams since um roughly September last year that I have privated a while ago now, then like if anyone's still watching my channel from when you were watching those streams back then yeah, you'll know why I'm saying I'm just waiting out. Like yes, I have permission to use them in my videos. I just want to confirm that I also have I have permission to put them in my series because I technically did that with Braxton. Like I knew I could use Braxton in my videos. I just wanted to ask James if I could use Braxton in my series, which I did, and he said yes. Hence why he's part of the cast, and he's going to be yeah. Hence why he's part of the cast, and his OC was in the trailer. Hmm. I mean, that's the thing. That person that gave Braxton that small tender, yeah, he that was just that was just an illegal reskin. Like, although when it comes to people making illegal reskins of OCs, that's a different can of worms. Like, that's more suited for a drama related video or live stream. In fact, yeah, I do when I get trains back. Obviously, I'll get my original microphone back, so I'll sound much better than I do now. So yeah, I'll probably. I mean, people tend to watch videos more than they watch live streams, so I'll probably make a video related to OC drama and everything revolving that as soon as I get trains back. That's my idea for trains. Um, and yes, some music videos, I'll just say this now, they're also in the works. Well, I mean, one of them is, which is Kings and Queens by Ava Max. There's a couple more music videos I would like to do, such as um, Play with Fire, what else? Um, probably Bring Back a Legend, Be Prepared. Yeah, there's a ton of songs I would like to do as music videos. But yeah, so I've technically run out of things to say. So I'll wrap the stream up and then get back to writing episode 2. So once again, Engines Live in Trains is delayed. But when I can start filming, it will be on different routes. Once I've built the locations on my own route, I will remaster the episodes on that, and I will post both. But when the remastered videos are posted on YouTube, the version ones will be privatized. But as for now, An Engine's Life is on Wattpad because episode 1 is out. And I look forward to releasing episode 2 whenever that's done. So yeah, episode 2 will be focusing on Reneus getting his cab, and yeah. What I will say about episode 3 is that focuses on the Wellsworth and Sudbury Railway, but considering there's actually 4 engines, yeah, I need to figure out who will be the 4th engine, and that's a bit tricky. So yeah, there's Colin, Lily, and Adam from Ronald Wester, and then there's the 4th engine. Who that is, I'm not entirely sure. I'll just there's either someone that's made up an OC for it, or I'll have to make up an OC myself. I'll cross the bridge when I come to it. So yeah. So thank you for understanding the situation. And thank you for the support after episode 1 was published on Wattpad. Again, look out for episode 2, which I'm hoping to get out roughly in a couple of weeks. So yeah. Like after episode 2 comes out, I'll then set a like when obviously going to speak. Okay, here's the thing. So Disney Plus, when they released that Star Wars: The Bad Batch, they did an episode every Friday. So as soon as episode 2 comes out, I'll probably do something either weekly or monthly. It depends, but that's my plan. So yeah. I hope you have enjoyed or do enjoy reading episode 1. Look out for episode 2, and yeah, this is Agent Andrews, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.